Oh my God.
Podcast fade.
Look at her butt.
Hey,
Hey, blasphemers, hang tight.
Hey, butthead.
Blank is our guest, and we're about to start the show right about
I'm still bleeding.
now. Hey, blasphemers, welcome to Simple Blasphemy, where we have the best times with the worst topics.
We're three friends that discuss everything and nothing, from wacky headlines to games and trivia. All subjects bizarre and risque are on the table.
Our weekly guests range from friends, musicians, and artists to professionals in a variety of industries.
We go live on Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Want to support the show?
Want to support
Join our
the show?
Patreon. You can find it and more at www.simpleblasphemy.com.
So grab a drink and join in.
It's too late now. This is Simple Blasphemy.
All right. Welcome to the Simple Blasphemy podcast / video series, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. My name is Zach Ward, and I have here with me always with the bun and the bun with the mun, Andy Clark.
Have fun with the bun, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to me.
Welcome to you. And this man doesn't need much of an introduction.
Doesn't
At
need
all.
much of anything, really.
He is handsome. He is
Speaks for himself.
Where's
smart. His
all the
face
good
says
times
everything.
gone?
Dick
We
like a
have
tree.
all the good times gone.
He is
Anybody?
the most optimistic person I know,
There's
Mr. Zach
There's a
Green.
goddamn invisible monster about to devour us all. And everybody's just like,
Is that a Game Boy?
Sure.
Were you just?
We're all going to be within a Game Boy, getting our fucking asses fucked by hypocrisy.
And aliens.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All the info on this show. All the info on this show can be found at simpleblasphemy.com. And if you this week click that like, share, and subscribe button, you will see 5 years of what this week, Andy?
Perfectly unchapped lips.
Ooh, and it's coming to that season, is it not?
Exactly, because it's pissing me off. So that's my wish.
The lips that are between your cheeks.
And we don't shame the sex works people,
Those other
but
cheeks.
Sex works.
well, if you're a sex worker, I praise you, but this might be the episode to like those things because
It's getting into the season.
it is gonna pucker up, Buttercup.
Pucker up,
And
Buttercup.
here we go, Zach Green, Andy Clark. Andy, look at you. You've got one bun here, then a bun off your microphone. How do you do that?
That's the double bun. It's just the double
Two
bun.
buns in the oven.
Two buns in the oven.
Folks,
Devil is present.
you're probably
Mm.
looking here and saying, "What the hell? No guest."
Where's the guest?
We had a guest scheduled. And,
Second one in a row, baby.
Yeah,
Podcast
unfortunately,
fade.
I literally
happens to
talked to this
everybody.
person today, and I go to see, and her Facebook account has been vanished.
She's in Facebook jail.
punished. Could be.
Punished.
That's I like the Star Wars thing from time to time. So I will say this a couple times during the show. If you want to come on, you got a great story, you want to ask us any questions or advice, as ridiculous or as serious as it could possibly be,
The Simple Blasphemy. Ask us anything.
ask us anything more or less.
Ooh.
Feel free
Nobody
to
out
throw
There's nobody out there.
something in your comments, and I will send you a
Don't
link
fool
to
yourself.
join the show.
Make sure you have all of your technological vestments in hand, though.
Oh, not
Does your
not-
camera work? Do you have pants on? If you don't, have you shaved recently, or at
Oh,
least brushed it?
Look at not good. It's 4 minutes and 57 seconds in, and I'm already going to my second drink. Not a good sign.
Or a good sign.
A really good sign.
I bought a tall boy White Claw a week ago for this.
Oh wow. Okay. And we had some really good Halloween costumes last week that I still have queued up that we could just bring back up.
I'm excited for that again. Keep going.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then my all-time favorite, of course,
Snap.
the budget Star Wars Chewbacca.
I thought about this. That's Chewbacca.
Anyway, so I picked
From Uline.
I had a-
If
I had to
Uline,
figure
if you
out-
want to sponsor us and advertise on us, give us a
I
call.
Yes.
love your fucking catalogs.
Oh yeah.
Uline Baka, I guess.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. So if you'd like to join the show today and ask us anything, you're more than welcome to do that in the comments. We'll send you a link. We don't do this usually, but our guest canceled, so there you have it. Today's little topic so far, at least starting off, is space.
Where's
Now,
Zach Green is from?
Green wishes that he could leave this planet.
Oh yeah.
Maybe with his wife, maybe not. I don't know. He's never said that part of it.
No, I think she's probably gonna do it. I mean, if you believe in that kind of stuff, I don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck I believe anymore, but she probably do another tour duty on the planet to help people out.
Okay.
But you know, and I don't know how many times I can follow her back here. I can't. It's just not my kind of place, and everybody is just. It's just.
I mean, you could FaceTime, right?
Reincarnation didn't look like this, did it?
No, this
No.
because like I said, it's like before, like when you get drunk and you're at a party somewhere and all of a sudden the next day it's like you join 2 bands, and you're gonna go jam with this guy. Everything sounds like a great fucking idea until you wake up the next morning. So I mean, everything sounds like a great idea when you're on the other side and you get to see the big picture. But when you get shot out of fucking vagina down here and you're fucking living cold hard fucking reality, it ain't so fun anymore.
Better than cold hard vagina.
No, yeah, I'm done, man. I'm done with this short-sighted bullshit down here.
Are you pretty much over with
My last tour is this lifetime, and then I'm
Right
out,
now,
dude.
what-
I am out, motherfucker.
What's next?
I mean,
I don't
are
know.
you-
I'd like just to aimlessly travel the fucking universe and just see sunsets on other planets, man.
They got
That's all
drugs
I
for
want to
that.
do.
They do have drugs for
And did you
that.
say anussly?
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, whatever it takes, man.
Anus sleeve.
Hey,
As long as I'm not
Green.
doing this.
Green.
Sawing?
Okay.
Fret leveling?
I know what
I
you
don't
mean.
know.
Yes. Green.
Ah, my hands hurt.
Green. If you're on the subject because you only brought it up of reincarnation, I mean, there's a couple billion people, but we've have trillions upon trillions of animals and species. I mean, would you really want to roll the dice with that? I mean, you could be
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
tick?
I think it. I don't know. There probably is a
are
very
you species specific on that?
concise, like type of instruction manual when it comes to that, And I think maybe I don't know. I don't know if animal or insect carries over the human form, or if you have to put your time in insect or animal form before you transfer over to human. I don't know.
What would you
all of
like
it
to be?
doesn't sound
What do
good
you
to
want to
me.
be reincarnated to?
Nothing.
A
Just,
woman's
just
bicycle
a floating stream of consciousness, just floating through the universe. And no, I won't be, because I'm just a floating stream of consciousness. I won't be able to enjoy my favorite beer, Aventinius, but I can think that I'm drinking it as I'm hanging out on planets, just hanging out, in natural spring hot tubs, drinking my Aventinius, and just not worrying about having to pay taxes or having to get up early to go to work or fucking fixing the goddamn fuel pump in the car or the broken refrigerator or
Okay.
just all that bullshit that just fucking clogs up a goddamn fucking day that keeps me from doing stuff that I really want to do.
What do you mean, like
See-
eating?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of eating either. If I could just take one pill and just well, I'm done for today. Because I just don't
Walk me
I'm
through
not a
something.
Yeah.
fan of eating. It's just it takes up too much time by the food preparation, the cleaning the fucking dishes, all that
What's-
bullshit. It's just,
what's
it
your
takes up
favorite-
time, and then you got to shit it out, and then you sit on the toilet for however many
You gotta
fucking
wipe
minutes.
it
It
and-
eats up time. We only have 24 hours a day, and you should put aside 8 for sleeping. So, I mean, we're already on a losing end of a spectrum here. And
I have questions for you. Can I have
my
questions
bag,
with Green?
dude.
Yeah, and anybody in the audience have questions for the great and all powerful
I'm
Green?
not, dude. I know probably less than
No,
This is the
everybody
perfect
out
person
there.
to
no,
ask
you
that.
can't. You can't pull that. You can't pull that shit. So what?
ahead,
What my
Andy.
question is, what is your favorite day of the week?
Ooh.
Friday. It's always been Friday. I was born
But
on a
your
goddamn
favorite-
fucking Friday.
Oh, okay, good. That's a really good reason for you to have Friday as your favorite day of the week. So it's not like because I'm off work and I'm going to have fun on the weekend. It's because your birthday was on a Friday. So if you had the perfect Friday, I want you to, from the moment you wake up, whenever you usually wake up, to the moment you go to bed, when you usually go to bed, let's give an average for both of those things. I want you to walk Zach and I
Oh yeah.
through your perfect day. It has to be 100% perfect. Go
Yeah,
into your
baby.
detail. Give
Don't
me
skip out on masturbating.
how sharp is your razor blade when you shave? What
Oh my
color's
God,
the nail
it's
polish you're going to
fucking for
use?
hours,
What
man.
kinds of rubber bands do you
Balls.
put in your hair? Do you massage
I-
your balls
I
before
wish
or
I just
after?
could bypass all that. I just want to get up right out of bed
A
and go
lavage.
out to the garage and put like that new body panel on my 1970 Challenger,
Oh.
or put on that new fucking 6-pack carburetor kit on my 340. You know,
So if that's the kind of stuff that makes you
or
happy,
go downstairs and one of the guitars I'm building, maybe throw a piece of wood through the planer or something like that. Just get to the fucking good shit, man. Maybe throw some paint on one of my canvases that I'm painting, or maybe sit here and just learn a Van Halen song I've long forgotten.
so
Or sit in like where I keep all my books and just like read a book, man. I miss fucking putting time aside just to fucking read.
you like to tinker. It sounds
Yeah,
like
and-
you
and
like
you
to
know
go.
what else
You like to go
sometimes
from
I get
station
to?
to station.
Sometimes
and-
I like to just sit in a chair, not having and watch anything, listen to any music, do nothing but just sit there and just
Now, would you ever just
do
want to
nothing.
sit in a chair?
I
and not-
really enjoy doing that too.
but you have
can
to go
call
to the
that
bathroom,
meditating.
but you don't
Oh,
really
man,
want to get up.
Bathroom sessions take up too much time, man.
Just yeah.
I hate peeing. I don't mind
Especially
pooping
when
so
you're-
much, but I
when
hate
you're
peeing.
when you have an OCD like me, man, it's got to be goddamn clean as a fucking whistle, man. That's like
Have
fucking,
you
that's like-
considered a bidet?
That's like port and polishing fucking heads.
All right. So
Sorry, baby, we're gonna be late for dinner. I gotta polish the head.
Port and polish,
And-
man.
yeah.
Intake
all
and
right,
exhaust.
My intake valves and exhaust are
We're-
dirty.
we're gonna
Ports.
dive into.
Intake and exhaust ports on a fucking head, man. That's
We are going
that's
to
gotta
dive
be as
in.
clean as a whistle as that shit.
We are going to dive into space talk, one of our favorite topics here. We've mentioned Zach Green loves, so you'd love to leave the planet, perhaps on a rocket that he built himself, or
You need to get my friend Darren on the show, man. He can talk about time travel.
All right,
Where
we'll
the
get that
fuck's
going.
he at? We're sans a guest. Come
I
on,
gave
Darren.
information.
I know.
Come on,
I got it,
Darwin.
I got it. Hold on. That's silly talk. Here we go. Farting in space. Do you guys know much about this?
I've never farted in space, thankfully.
Green, are you familiar at all? What happens when? Oh,
Is it like a bubble?
all right. Passing wind, letting one rip, tooting or farting,
Well,
whatever you call it, is something we humans do more times than we care to admit. Right?
Says you.
Yeah. Let's see. Thankfully, Earth was able to absorb all those gases, and it's a good thing, considering the fact that the average adult farts anywhere between 5 to 15 times a day. Wow. Depends on what you eat, right? Unfortunately,
Check the chat out. Okay.
oh, sorry.
Let's talk about some championship farters in space really quick.
Jason says, yeah,
William Shatner in
William
space.
Shatner and space thoughts. Well, let me just finish this quick final thought on this farting thing. Astronauts work in a small, pressurized space like a cabin of the space shuttle or space station. If you introduce flammable gases such as hydrogen, believe it or not, and
Methane.
Methane.
those things can mix and turn into things catching on fire. So what was once a joke now
Deadly.
the plane, boss.
So, in other words, they don't have Heinz baked beans on the International Space Station. They don't
Yeah.
gravitate towards those kinds of foods.
Jason raises a really good topic of William Shatner makes it into space. Green, again, other than the feeling of jealousy, do you have any
What?
thoughts on
Jealousy.
everybody taking
you know,
it?
I could care less about being a fucking passenger on a very expensive Cedar Point ride. I could give two shits about that.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit.
Astronaut, my ass. You guys are fucking passengers on a very expensive Cedar Point ride. That
Do you think
is
that if
it,
Shatner-
and that is all.
That if Shatner wasn't 90 years old and he knew this is
Why did you say shat? Like he shat in
Shatner?
his pant?
if William Shatner Shitner. Now it all sounds like shit. God damn it. If he gets put up to space at 90 years old, I don't have a problem with him being like, okay, fine, I'm 90. I might never get to go to space. I'm going to die. If 45-year-old Shatner didn't tell, was it Bezos? If younger Shatner didn't tell Jeff Bezos to go fuck himself and spend the money you were going to send me up to space on doing something else.
Well, I think somebody else paid for his ticket.
It wasn't Bezos? Bezos?
I know it
Bezos?
wasn't Shatner, and I don't think it was Bezos. I'm not 100%
It
sure.
absolutely doesn't matter.
Somebody else put up the money though.
I want to send Captain Kirk to space.
Is that one of those situations where like I'll buy you fly? You know,
It doesn't interest me much what they're doing, but like every time they're going up, are they actually like testing out some like new type of equipment, or are they learning, or are they just like when we were kids, we figured out how to do something cool and like, woo! You know, are they just going up and just fucking having free for all joyrides?
It's 4th of July.
I mean,
pretty soon, Zach. Pretty soon, you're going to go to your Lucas County Fair or fair of some sort, and you're going to be able to go to the space race game or ride. Presented by Amazon
with bolts falling out of it. And they're
for 150 tickets, you can, you
can go to the stratosphere.
Why? I mean,
what does they call that? The firmament, firmament, or something like that.
And by the way,
in the firmament.
Jason's correct. She got a whole bunch of money. Mackenzie Scott is her name. Got a whole bunch of his money and has been donating billions and billions. I don't know if she's donated all of it or most of it, but yes, she's kicking ass. Actually,
yeah. I mean,
that's what I heard.
You know, it's like a yin and yang too. It's kind of nice that somebody out there says, you know what, I don't need to ride into space. I mean, how about?
Wouldn't that be fun just to take shitloads of fucking cash and just go for like throughout all the cities, United States, and just hand out money?
Just find. So who's the most impoverished part?
Hand out money to people.
Hi, I just stopped in Flint for a hamburger and I fixed the water crisis.
Blasting off so many miles off the fucking surface of the planet.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that the carnival ride thing that you say, Green, that makes sense because it's just a big carnival ride. I know that Zach Ward, I know that you're all for it because it's a step in the direction to get us off the planet, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, it is. But it basically amounts to a bunch of rich assholes.
No, I'm more
Coke cans in the air.
I'm a fan of Tesla and SpaceX because of what they're trying to do. He's not trying to just shoot rich people.
No, he's trying to figure out a reusable option.
Not to mention, I don't know if you looked into Starlink, if we talked about that. His internet service gives people high-speed internet in Alaska or Africa that don't have internet access. I mean, that's some cool humanitarian stuff, you know, in my opinion. Maybe it doesn't add up enough for most people, but it's pretty.
It definitely fills out a sector of need somewhere, for sure.
It's cool. I like that. But as it relates to, see, here's the thing for me, and I don't know Jeff Bezos, so I don't particularly have an opinion of as it relates to hating him or liking him. It doesn't bother me personally. It does bother some
His
people.
money, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to
Yeah,
do.
I don't
could give
personally care,
two
but
shits.
I know I would for sure do something different if I was fortunate to come across a nice wealth of something. But it's easier said than done too. I mean, anybody can say that shit until you start getting it, and everyone wants.
Oh yeah,
to,
you get the power, and everybody's got right.
Yeah, but
Like,
I don't know.
I said, like with me, I always thought about this, and I wouldn't want it advertised. I wouldn't want to make a documentary of it. I wouldn't want anybody to know that I'm doing this. But if I had as much money as he did, I would personally enjoy just going out, maybe having some people like looking over my shoulder, some marksman or something, so I don't get my
Whacked.
shit, yeah, whatever. But and just give out money. Say, hey man, here. I mean, to me that would be like, hey.
See, for me,
I
like
mean,
to
like all of a sudden that person, no matter what they would do, it's just like, oh,
do you want to know? Do you want to know what I would do,
better
Green?
day now.
Do you want to know what I would do? And this is similar to what you do, and I've thought about this before. First of all, as you know, I've started woodworking. I love working with wood and creating and building things.
He does.
What I would do is you go to these more inner city places where people own their house, not some landlord that owns the house. People that kicked ass all their whole life, they have their own house, but it is falling to shit. And you have a program where they can sign some paperwork that says you can fix my house for free or something, right? I would fix the house for free, but at the same time teach young kids how to do that. You know what I mean? And I don't mean young, or anybody that would want to learn. Hey, I've had an office job all my life. I'm going to take 3 weeks off of work and I'm going to go volunteer.
So basically, Jimmy Carter,
and basically, and basically go through all the bad houses and neighborhoods all around the place, and literally bring them back to code. Get the power box
with education, with education,
but educating people in the process so they can go home. And by the way, Green will love this. The kids can go home and they can fix their house too.
Exactly. And let's not do a cheap version of like Pimp My Ride, where all that fucking bullshit, cut the corner shit and fixing cars, and then ends up they get them repossessed and they fall apart on the street. On the street. I mean, like actually fucking teach them just obvious like everyday lessons on just fixing, starting out with simple stuff, and then
basic plumbing, basic electrical, basic drywalling, framing, stuff like that. Yes, totally.
That's what I would do, because I think
especially plumbing and electrical, because that scared the shit out of me for most of my life.
I hate working with anything that fucking carries water. I hate
zaps or wets.
Yeah, the one thing that people always talk about, or a lot of people, especially people in churches, is they always want to build up their community. You know what I mean? We're going to make this community. We're going to, we're going to make a pyramid so that we can hand out soup to the poor. Which, and don't get me wrong, I mean, donating food and stuff, I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying, if I had the cash, I would literally change neighborhoods.
That's awesome. See,
you know what I mean? And encourage, it makes somebody's properties gain value and take some pride. And maybe some landlord that has like 4 windows that are popped out next to a nice house that's redone might, step it up and do whatever. So anyway,
you're trying to lead by example. I get it.
And you're more Jesus-like than I am. I'm just like me. If
you just want to have,
I'm just gonna go down the street and just hand out money. And then when I'm not doing that, you know what I'd like to do is donate my time and money to helping these organizations that get these old World War II planes and just like help them restore them. I'd love to be on a team to learn how to do that and actually do that and donate money to do that. That would
in a completely wonderful tangent.
Yeah,
this is a crazy.
I would love to fucking do that.
Andy, you're up next. What's the last one? What are you gonna do, buddy? And if anybody, including Jason or Chris in the chat, if you guys want to come on and say what you'd want to do, you let me know. I'll send you a link. Jump on the show. We're guestless tonight, so you're more than welcome. Andy.
My shit
pretty much showless after this.
My shit's kind of along the lines of what you said. It sucks to kind of piggyback on it, but when I see a place that is not being used, when I see a building that's not being used, when I see a house that's fallen into disrepair and is still inhabited, I want to give, here, let's talk about Jesus for a little bit. I really want to teach motherfuckers how to fish rather than give them fish. I want to teach you how to fix your stuff. I'll help you fix your stuff, but eventually I want to be able to kick you off the dock and say, you're okay. You can sail on your own now. And being able to do that and to give your time doing that kind of outreach it's magnificent. It's fantastic because it does build up the community and not in a Jesus holy or, oh, we're going to build up the community while our pastor goes to Barbados or what the fuck ever they're doing.
And sleeps with Jessica Hahn.
And sleeps with Jessica Hahn. Wasn't that the chick from Grey's Anatomy?
Oh, I don't know. That's a long time ago.
Madison says, hi, friends.
See, she should come on and tell us what we
Hi.
need to do with all this fucking money.
Madison, are you ready?
Yeah,
Prepared
you should
to
come.
jump on the show and tell us what you do to help out the world.
What do
You
you
got a lot of money? Yeah. So anyway, I think that
See, but
people
like with
learning-
you guys are like good teachers. You know, I can see that. Like with me, I've never considered myself a fucking teacher, man. I try to show you something like, you just don't get it. You know,
And it sucks.
I know
It
how
sucks
to
because
do it.
you're wrong.
I'm a better student than teacher. Like if I know how to do
You
something,
talk
it's
me
so
through.
hard for me to find the words to try to show you the easy path.
Zach Green, you talked me through a guitar problem last week.
That you didn't end up fixing by what I told you. So that's
I
null
prayed
and void.
I prayed to Jesus like you told me
Oh,
to.
you see, I told you to pray to Jesus.
You
and that's
said
the
pray
part
to
that worked.
Jesus, but you told me to pray to Jesus and it worked.
Mhm. All right.
First
So
time I've ever helped somebody out, like over the line, and I had to resort to just pray to Jesus.
Madison said, Zach, you taught me how to use a soldering iron. What are you talking about?
Hot metal.
Okay. We're going to make this look like the Abyss
too
movie.
kind,
One second.
Madison.
Before I go for any further, I do want to make a public announcement, folks, that there is a new season of the movies that made us featuring Terminator, Aliens, not Aliens 2.
What about Alien?
What they didn't do it on Alien. They've got a whole bunch of them. Halloween, really cool stuff actually. So just that's my public service announcement.
Does it baffle anybody else that in Halloween Michael Myers' character is referred to as the Shape?
Watch the behind the scenes and you'll learn why.
Okay,
How
good.
about that?
Good.
Okay. The next topic is 25. Well, we won't go through all
Or
25.
6 to
but
4.
space conspiracies that just don't die. Green, you're gonna have to give us the yay or nay, the up or down on this one. Space conspiracies. Here we go. Number 1, the Apollo moon landings were faked. Do you believe that the Apollo moon landings were fake, Green, or do you think that they actually?
Well, I have
Oh,
like
Oh.
I have some information by some engineers,
oh,
but supposedly they weren't. But always in my mind, I thought they made sense that they could have, because it wasn't just about getting the moon. We were in a space race and we were trying to show up the Soviets. So maybe in my mind, I was like, we'll probably end up getting to the moon eventually, but we got to do it right fucking now. So let's just pretend we get it now and then we'll go later. But that was always, but supposedly that wasn't the fact. But then again, I wasn't there and I'm just taking this person's word over this person's word over what seems like here, and I have no fucking idea. And in the end, it doesn't fucking matter to me.
I think it's cheaper for the United States government to have risked a few people's lives than to put the money into his film budget.
because they still had to build the rocket. It still took off.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's not a
Whatever.
practical effect. You might as well put some people in there.
Yeah. NASA is a lie. Andy, can you?
Never a straight answer.
Some folks actually believe NASA's whole function is not to explore space, but to generate space-related hoaxes.
So it's a government propaganda arm. They're just saying that it's there to make shit up. What are you just supposed to make shit up? I thought I was the only one that got to make shit up. These guys just make shit up.
It's like the engineering department of drama. I
so
mean, I don't know.
So a flat Earth guy comes on here and he'll agree that NASA's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, no, NASA's not then.
Okay. Green, this one's for you. Planet 9 will kill us.
Which is also what Planet
Pluto?
X or a Nibiru.
In April 2016, the New York Post tweeted a newly discovered planet could destroy Earth as soon as this month.
Is that Planet X?
We better
Or is
hurry
that
up.
Newspaper referring to
Wormwood?
the
Is that Wormwood? Nibiru?
Planet 9.
I don't know.
This
Is there
theoretical planet at the edge of our solar system is
this something new? I don't know. No, I didn't. No, to tell you the truth, I have these lenses that you can look at the sun, and at least 2 times a week I look at the sun. Now, if something was fucking close enough or like trailing slightly behind the sun, I would be able to see it. So if
you know more about planet.
If they're saying it's that close, I would be able to see it with my naked eye with these lenses without a telescope.
You had me at naked.
Naked.
Mhm.
Naked Eyes.
The
Do you
next
remember that
job
Naked Eyes song.
Is that Private Eyes? Or Naked Eyes?
Naked Eyes. That song, there's always something there that reminds. No, you're thinking of Hall & Oates.
Andy, this one's for you, and I want you to think as hard
Fucking
as you
disaster.
can. Alien research is happening at Area 51.
They moved it.
Yeah, that doesn't exist
They've
anymore.
since
Area
moved it
51
long time ago.
It's a red herring.
Did you
Supposedly it's right. It's in Ohio. I forgot.
you
what
ever
is it?
hear-
Is it Edward?
It's in Sandusky.
No,
Is
I
it
heard-
Edward? What Air Force base is near here?
you guys? It says I'm pretty sure they moved it to a place in China. Did you hear about that? Called
No.
Area 50 Wong.
We too low.
Wong. Okay.
No.
Okay, fine. Give me a second. Take away the alien portion of it. Do you think I think that they did have a base or use that base for obviously special things that were classified? What the hell? They
Probably specialized
so bad about that?
aircraft.
I think that it was used. Area 51 was used for something at a certain time, and then all of the conspiracy finally caught up to it, and they're like, "Okay, well, fine, let's just move shit out of here. It's just a good location."
I mean, the other thing too is like if say a spaceship did perhaps crash here and we took it, what chances do you actually think that us humans, because I know I've met most of you, actually could decode or even begin to understand?
And supposedly the theory goes we are not able to back engineer it yet.
I mean, that's
You gonna back that up?
Right, and some of the ideas behind it is like the propulsion system. Like we're used to either pulling something or pushing something.
yeah.
Either by a combustible engine or by a propulsion system with flame, jet engines and stuff like that. What they were saying is that their idea is like it's warping space around it, and I think I explained it to where it's like you're putting a bowling ball on a bed, and that the weight of the bowling ball is warping the mattress, and when you do that, it wants to like roll towards the middle. So what you're doing is when you're warping the space around it, that ship is falling towards the port you're warping, and so that was something that supposedly we weren't able to understand or figure out or know
There's a guy that has
do that.
they're getting really close.
Supposedly
There's videos you can watch that show
about that, but then again,
that
everything is hearsay. Everything's complete fucking bullshit, and there's no truth to anything.
All right,
Zach Green is still in a coma in a hospital, and this is all a figment of my imagination.
Well, thank you for having me.
Hey, trust me, you guys are existing for real somewhere else, living your own lives. But this is only the lives that my mind.
What happens when I'm not around you, though? What is going on with me? Did the diarrhea I had a couple days ago cease to exist because I'm in your imagination?
All right,
They're living
who's up?
lives.
Green, you're up next. there's a killer
Nothing I
planet.
can say.
There's also a killer planet known as Nibiru.
Nibiru.
Does that sound right?
Nibiru. Yeah, there's a million ways to pronounce
was
it. I
first
don't know.
mentioned
It's Planet X,
Nabubu.
Wormwood.
1976 book, The 12th Planet.
Zachariah Stitchin
that's
talked
stupid.
about it.
I'm gonna skip that. That's dumb. Green, we're gonna do this again. Focus. There is a face on Mars.
Nope.
Oh my. That was direct.
Okay. I'm gonna skip some of these things because it just
It's 100 questions. It's fine.
there's a lot
Supposedly
there.
that Nibiru planet is on a
Nabu.
elongated not a like a circular orbit, but in a long orbit, and it comes around. What is it? I'm not good with numbers, but like
Long time.
every 12,000 years or something like that. And there's theories on that's how every time it comes around, it causes a catastrophic events of
Mhm.
almost like extinction level events or something. And some say that it did hit the Earth and it caused a part of the Earth to break off, and that's what became our moon. There's so many different fucking theories. I mean, it's as much as you can make your mind run wild. There's a theory about it.
So I didn't have time to find some really good footage, but believe it or not, there are actually dead astronauts floating in our space's orbit. And I look it up. Apparently, you need oxygen to decompose human flesh or anything, or that's
Bacteria lives in that, yeah.
in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, there are pictures, and I think some of them are just like generated, but they launched a dog up into space, and there are actual
That's
animals.
something I can develop, and like instead of burying you in a casket in the ground, we'll just shoot you in a trajectory out into space, and then you keep on going and going until you hit an asteroid, a comet, or another planet, or burn up in the sun.
Can you
Now, that
pay
would
for
be
that?
the way to fucking
Wait,
go.
can you pay for that on Amazon, like same day delivery? Just
Maybe I'll
Space
start my own
corpses.
type of Amazon that just specializes in that.
and the thing of it is too, I don't know. I just
Space corpses, damn it.
but that's pretty weird. I mean, there's people that literally broke away from a space mission and they're dead, and they are just, you can see them, but they're not decomposing, they're just fucking floating around.
They're in orbit.
Yeah,
Yes.
apparently.
So eventually they will fall into the atmosphere.
Not for long.
Yeah, it'll burn. Yeah, they'll burn up
They'll just kind of
very quickly.
very quickly. Only 3 astronauts have died in space. Unfortunately, they're all Russians.
Yeah, I think so. And there's
again, we're talking about the moon landing. We're talking about the United States sending humans into space, fully expecting them to die. America probably put a couple more layers of security on that. Russia said, fuck you, you're going. We send a dog up there, it's going to die. We send a monkey up there, it's going to die. Hey, guys, go up there, you're going to die.
Now, believe it or not, the monkey came back. Fine.
I don't remember the monkey. I remember there being,
The dog did not make it. The dog, unfortunately, did not, and God rest his soul.
yes, indeed.
So that's that. Green, one of your favorite topics is solar flares.
No, there's no favorite topic. I have.
No? Do you think that the sun is going to throw some magnetic field our way to the point where our podcast won't be able to be viewed by so many?
It does every day to
numbers
a
of people.
certain degree, but a lot of times our atmosphere, stops it. But supposedly, our magnetic field is breaking down. So these non-event activity flares, CMEs from the sun, which was, unnoticed, no big deal, are becoming somewhat problematic because we're dealing with our magnetic field that is obviously going through some type of cycle because it's at a minimum.
Mhm.
But then again, there's always going to be some type of like major solar flare or something. The last huge one was the Carrington event that was like 1856 or something. But the technology back then was just telegraph wires. But when it happened over a certain area, like all the telegraph lines just fucking spontaneous went up in flames. But I mean, for most,
Why?
it went unnoticed because we weren't relying on the technology we do today. But if that were to happen today, it doesn't matter if your shit's plugged in or not. The shit is fucking burning up, and it's not coming back.
Why is
unless you protect it in something called a Faraday cage.
Mhm.
But,
I spoke about Faraday cages earlier at work. I get it.
But yeah, I mean, if it's not, if you can have whatever your computer
happens if you have
unplugged, and if this hits, it fucking burns the fucking circuit.
What about a pacemaker?
Oh yeah, that's gone.
All
too,
done.
Man.
You're one of the first to fry.
Yeah, you're the first to go, man.
Probably pretty
Internal-
painful too.
Do you think that's where this whole internal combustion thing stemmed from? Then,
Spontaneous combustion.
yeah, spontaneous. Yeah,
I think spontaneous combustion's been around
that's
longer
something
than pacemakers.
completely fucking different, and I don't even know if we've actually figured that out.
When's the
But-
last time that
But
happened?
that's actually fucking fascinating. It's almost like every day you consume all these different like types of like basically the things that you eat and stuff, from brushing your teeth, all these different types of chemicals, and if you mix up just the right amounts of certain things, who knows? I mean, it's like playing the lotto. I mean, because there's documented cases where like people have literally spontaneously fucking combusted it, and it's the weirdest fucking thing, man.
The most recent says by Wikipedia, which by the way, donate. I think they're doing a thing. In 2010, the death of Michael Feyerty, a 76-year-old man in Galway, Ireland, was recorded as a spontaneous combustion by the coroner.
And sometimes,
Can you
most of
imagine
the
what
time,
that
it's just
shit
like,
sounded like?
yeah, it's just like a foot up to the knee, just one of those, and some clothing laying around, and it's fucking just weird, wacky
You're
shit,
just
man.
gone.
Like and some of the people that have survived it, they're like, yeah, I'm just sitting around in the recliner, and all of a sudden, like they smelled something, and and then they had this burning sensation, and before they knew it, it was just like it was done, and they were fucking fried.
all right.
I don't recommend looking at the pictures of that.
Yeah,
Didn't the
stuff,
faces
man.
of
Oh yeah,
death
before
or
you go to
whatever-
bed tonight, yeah, look at it.
That's a good one. The last topic of our guest list extravaganza. Space sex is serious business.
Does it work?
Okay.
Is it supposed to do anything?
NASA says no humans have ever had sex in space.
Paul Mason did.
There's
Mhm.
nothing other than speculation to suggest otherwise. I mean,
What do you think? Some dudes up there in space were just like, you know what? Let's see what happens for science. For science.
how many? We've used excuses for how long?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, hey,
Impregnated an
So
egg.
what's your last name? Armstrong. You want to find out?
whoa,
fist fucking in space? It's a real thing.
that's
fisting in space.
maybe the secretions wouldn't be a great
Band name?
thing. I mean, if you're thinking if you really hit
Floaters.
that
Like the same
waterfall
shit you see
button,
in your eyes.
could you
Floaters.
imagine if you hit that waterfall button and all of a sudden it's like, all of a sudden you're like, it's like the Abyss movie.
Well, you
Yeah.
bring that up. Have you watched The Abyss? Have you seen the Ed
No,
Harris?
I
Was
just-
it Ed
I-
Harris?
Yeah, I would love.
Oh, it's
to
been
watch
such
that
a
again.
long time. It'd be like watching a new movie.
That's really old movie. You've mentioned Terminator 2 and The Abyss. So what you want to talk about is metallic semen. Because that's what we're
And which kind of represents Mercury. Liquid metal, baby.
just talking
At
about.
room
Man.
temperature.
Holy crap! How often do we actually get to bounce off the walls like a
I
dozen
actually
times
have a
and then come
bottle
back?
of fucking Mercury.
Really? I mean, that's pretty much all I got on that one.
NASA has space
That's-
secretions
that's-
covered.
Oh, I'm sure they fucking studied that.
It's called galactic.
It's galactic goo.
You-
Oh, what
Well.
a disaster! It was like we fucking just burnt up in space.
I do
Correspondence.
apologize.
Well, no, we burnt up on the launch pad, man. Fuck.
We
that.
burnt up on a launch chair or
Yeah.
a lawn chair.
We had a guest scheduled for today. Like I was saying, that actually I talked to you earlier today, and all of a sudden their account has disappeared, and it was actually pretty interesting. She reached out to us and wanted to talk about losing a
life.
child,
Yeah,
and it seemed pretty.
I mean,
I was prepared for sincerity.
I'm sure for whatever, if we were able to get God or Jesus on the show,
Yes.
they would both cancel too.
Huh.
They wouldn't even tell us. They just like disappear.
Well, you can count on them not showing up. That's
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, well,
I want to have the same passion and exuberance as that guy, the Jesus Christ guy, did when he was giving a sermon or his whatever he's doing.
Mhm.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I might sit here and I might make fun of it, but
Sure.
but really, I want to feel that. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, that's I think that's my goal, right?
I don't think that I'm
this planet.
necessarily jealous of people that have a religion, but
No,
I'm
I mean, it
more
doesn't even
like
have to be a
I'm,
religion, but to feel that
I'm comforted. I'm comforted by people that have a safety net that says, well, if this happens, then at least I'm in the arms of Jesus Christ,
An angel.
an angel.
Far away. Far away.
But then on the other end of the spectrum, like if nothing exists, the other thing I'm in the arms of is just a long, dreamless dirt nap.
Yeah.
Mushrooms
People
growing out
are
of your
afraid,
skin.
and they think, but I think that is also
That's what you did
beautiful.
for the first couple million billion years. So
Yeah.
what difference does it make?
Wherever I was before I came here,
going
January
back.
26, 1973 is where I'm going back to when I finally die.
Could you imagine if you had to listen to just James Hetfield?
Yeah.
Sing, like no audio, just or whatever.
That's
he does.
it. That's what the before life and the afterlife
Yeah.
is.
I do want to bring
as
up.
long as I got the amount of money he generated by making those sounds, I'd be good.
I
with
do
that.
want to bring up a couple
But you'd be
choice videos from last episode only because I haven't erased them, and this one definitely was awesome.
I'm waiting on you, bub.
You know what? Roll
I've
that
been-
beautiful
I've been
bean
there
footage
before.
again.
Yeah, dude, that had to hurt.
Picture me in a dark basement running around.
Video number 2 that was pretty damn awesome for last week's episode.
Go, Max, go. Go.
My question is, was that kid, and I don't know if you remember him, was that kid dressed like Super Dave Osborne? Do you guys remember Super Dave?
No.
Yeah, from Johnny Carson show.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Good call.
Video number 3.
Suffer, then Daddy's going to Applebee's for a couple of Bud Lights.
And last but
Can you
not
imagine
least,
going to a drinking session at Applebee's? How pathetic your life has to be.
Oh! Whoa. Spooky. Booby.
Can I send you a link for you to play something that makes me laugh right now?
yeah, let's do it. We'll end with that. How about that?
Okay. Because
Where are you putting it in the?
I will put it in the chat and I will play you the thing. Okay. You might have to play it a couple of times though.
Okay, you're
Okay.
putting in the private chat.
Private chat, yeah. Yeah, this a friend of mine on Facebook posted this, and he said it's made me laugh for 30 minutes, and it's 4 seconds long.
Okay, 1 second here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, this is pretty.
It's short.
Andy, just show your screen. Let's do it that way, because
Will the sound come through?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot. We're testing things here. Check one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to share my screen.
I heard like 2 words of it. And
Can you see me?
Let's see. Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah. Volume. Oh, the volume's not coming through your microphone.
That's too bad because I heard
hold
it
on,
made me
hold on.
giggle.
Let me try it a different way. I know that. Sorry for this amateur hour here, folks.
Oh God, we're having fun.
Let's see. Walla bang.
Walla bang.
Let me put this on a different. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Hold on. Here it's going. So I should be able to do this. I'm gonna make this full screen too. I'll go back to here and share screen. There's a tip, but
just the tip.
Here we go. That. Are you ready? Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah?
I'm about to shit my pants. It's the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah?
I'm about to shit my pants.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, now we know that works.
About to shit my pants.
I played it and I started laughing and my kids came running in
Adorable.
and I had to play it again.
Adorable.
And I got my son started to say, "It's the Statue of Liberty," and my daughter would say, "I'm about to shit my pants."
Oh man, I missed the chat here. Anyway, folks, that's a wrap.
Yeah, we're gonna end early then. We're giving you 8 minutes of your life back.
That's right. And when you guys sit down within the next 6 hours and actually take a shit, think of us.
Oh, okay.
And before that, you should scream, "It's the Statue of Liberty."
It's the
Yeah,
It's
about
the
to
Shatner
shit
of Liberty.
It's the Shatner of Liberty.
Well, we really appreciate everybody. Thanks to our patrons, of course. And
We had some really good. There were some really cool people in the chat tonight. Thank you.
There's a
guys.
couple colonels. There's a couple colonels.
Yeah, there's a colonel.
We will see you. Zach Green has given me a couple people to become guests on the show, and I just have to put them on the calendar. So stay tuned for that. Some great surprises. People lose their mind. So have a great week, folks. We will see you next week. Shamalama ding dong.
Does it do anything?